let's talk about it's cold. It's cold in the building, but sheesh. But let's talk about the Hawk Tuah girl. I didn't know nothing about it until today, July 2nd. So I was, kind of seeing something with Shaq, and I believe they was in Nashville, and you hear stories about Nashville. I've been there once. I hear stories about Nashville and bachelorette parties and stuff going down there and party buses. So it's a very up and coming city, and it's very expensive to live in. You said that first and foremost. They call it the White Atlanta. Okay, ironically, it was one of the first Chick-fil-A's to start serving fried chicken wings. I think it was the first. Fun fact. But I mean, you hear other people say they went to Tennessee and say the women was mid. I mean, I went down there. I really stayed long. I was going to visit somebody. I was going through there visiting somebody, so I can't really say. But basically, the channel is, I want to give them a shout out. Tim, Tim, and I think it's the and sign D, DEE TV. So Tim and D TV. So I didn't know they blew up off a black channel to one of my homies sent it to me, whatever. So she got famous, and now the video is at 3.5 million as I speak on July 3rd views. So I watched the full thing, supported them. So long story short, basically it seemed like they was on some type of party strip or whatever, and they were asking women and guys, mostly women, about sexual questions, right? So I think it's, to do that, it takes talent. Let me say that first and foremost. To do what they do, with a camera crew and a microphone and talk to women, it takes talent. That takes talent. Everybody, you'd be surprised, a lot of guys don't cold approach because they fear public speaking. It ain't just the rejection. They fear the public speaking part. So what they doing, it takes a certain amount of talent to do what they doing. Trust and believe me. To walk up and get women to be comfortable to come speak with them. So, and poise, and and maybe even the footage they cut out that didn't make it. Some girl might have tripped and people drunk. But long story short, they was asking women, you like missionary, you prefer doggy, and all that type of stuff. And that's what they was asking them, and they were saying, well, what's your best move in the bedroom, and adult things. Okay. And it was a good video. I watched the whole thing. And they got to two particular women, right? So, and she did a podcast. Let me clarify that. She said she was joking around, having a good time. But I say this, unfortunately, what women got to understand is when you're on the internet, guys take that serious. Let me say that. When you talk about, or I got a roster, I got 5 dudes, I got a full dude, I got this. Dudes don't differentiate your difference. You can say, well, you a fool if you believe what you believe on social media, what I post on social media, say on social media. But that guys believe it. So your persona on social media is how people perceive you. And I say it all the time, and check out the Patreon. You got to check the cat facts. You got to check the cat facts out. And part of the cat facts is checking our social media out. And I tell y'all, if she got dudes that's in prison pictures and prison photos, that's one of the biggest red flags. She airing out family, friends, exes, red flag. She still got pictures with her baby daddy or ex, red flag. Real talk. But nonetheless, so they was basically bullshitting around, and her friend was like, I don't have a roster. Her friend gave one of the dudes that was going to interview the number. And she was basically saying, yeah, I do the Hawk Tuah on the before she, get done. She said, I go Hawk Tuah. And apparently her accent and saying Hawk Tuah, it blew her up. It became an internet viral moment. I thought they was at a rodeo, but no, it was just like on the party strip. I guess people just enjoying their time, club, bar hopping, and they was like, what's your favorite move, and your special move in sex? I guess it's like your finishing move. Finish him. And she said, I go hot Tuah on the, you know. And she talked about in another podcast where, and she's a nice, attractive young lady, man. Some people saying, oh, she don't look good, she too skinny. Man, I don't be paying, once again, I don't pay attention to what guys say on the internet in general, but especially when it comes to preferences. I don't pay attention. Oh, she too skinny, she too big, she ugly, she cute. You know, they be, oh, you be like, she'd be a 9. Oh man, she a 5 in my book. I really don't care. Man, bullshit. You look at they baby mamas be at below 5 and below. How about that? They baby mamas be -5 and below. So it's like the stove. Like, come on, man. Like, who is you fooling, bro? You know what I mean? Who is you fooling? But I don't be paying attention to dudes. Oh, she too skinny, she too ugly, or she too fabby. Looking like, man, shut your ass up. You know, she's a nice looking one. Her friend was beautiful too. So, but she basically saying we were just playing around and whoop, and it went viral. My thing is this, you know, I don't have an issue with it, but we have a sexualization problem in America now. Black women are seen as sexualized individuals. Everything they do, they sexualize it to people. It could be their voluptuous shape. It could be the way they praise in church. It could be the way they walk. It's the viral moments of a small percentage or a certain percentage, let me say that, of women that go travel and they, you know, these videos that go viral. They twerking at brunch. I didn't see it in person. I didn't walk by a brunch spot and it's ratchet and they twerking, but that's a percentage or a certain percentage or small percentage of black women doing so, but they're really seen as sexualized. And had a black woman said that, most people would feel that it wouldn't have went viral. You know what I'm saying? It just would have been seen as another, you know, whatever. But with her accent and her being white, you know, it went viral. And now she's getting opportunities to do shows and podcasts and all of that. And it is a double standard. It is a double standard. You can see it in sex tapes. You know, Kim K did a sex tape and, you know, it blew her up. You know, many black women after her, like Black China and other people, tried to do sex tapes to blow them up, and all they did was degrade and diminish their value and diminish their character and diminish their wife material, and really damage themselves. Yeah, they'll make you a baby mama, they'll shoot the club up in Hollywood, you know. But at the end of the day, you think anybody respectably marrying a Black China, marrying a Sexy Red who did a sex tape, Sukiyana got a sex tape with doing stuff, you think people are you gonna take you seriously? Well, women don't understand. They live today, or they don't think about tomorrow. When you think about tomorrow, when all this is said and done, and you want to be a wife and you want to be chose, your past is now documented. You have whole stamped your past. You know, you have whole stamped your past. There's nothing that you could do about it. You have stamped it, sealed it, approved it. You whole stamped your past. That's just what it is. So when you time stamp or aka whole stamp your past, you know, with the internet, that's why I would tell young ladies, like, look here, man, you sending these pictures and these videos, you letting these guys record you, you know, and this is why I didn't really believe in recording with women I've been with. If I did record something, oh, keep it. It's your personal use. Like, baby girl, you can come over here anytime. I just didn't believe in doing that because it's there forever. And what if you go on to be the president or go on to be the CEO or going to be, you want your son, your daughters to see that? That's why I really never believed in taping. You know what I'm saying? I never really believed in taping sexual activity. You know what I'm saying? If we never do it again, so be it. I got it up here. But that's just me. Some people are into that. Now, have I have a girl be like record? Nah. Have I asked women, like when I was younger, for pictures and what, yeah, as you get older, I don't believe in, I don't need to see pictures of you naked, bro. It's about to happen. I got the crib. I ain't living in my mama's basement, or we ain't in no dormitory where I got to sneak you up in college. Like, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. But nonetheless, you start talking about kind of like how it's the double standards of sexualization and how they blow up off being hoes or blow up off of sexual acts or sexual, stigmas, like she did, if that's what you want to call it. Yeah, it's definitely a double standard. For black women, y'all can't blow up off sex tape. Y'all can't blow up off hot Tuah. it's seen as ignorant and ratchet. But you know, a lot of, you know, we be trying to explain that to women about the double standards that they benefit from. They always talk about how guys can do this and do that, but a lot of women can be, you know, go be with a girl on Monday and by Wednesday be back with a guy and be married and want nobody better. A guy can't do that. A woman can break down in tears and they, you know, and they give her probation for a crime. That same crime, the guy break down in tears, he getting 2 or 3 years in jail. So we have to understand. The fact that, you know, the double standard. And there's a double standard right there between black and white women. Read them in wheat right there. It's cool when they do sex tapes. It's cool when they wear certain things and sexualize certain things. It's cool. And it's not the woman's fault. It's just the way it is. If that was a black woman with the same accent, the same size, the same equal beauty but darker, that wouldn't have blew up. Even if she was light skinned, that wouldn't have blew up that way. You know? And is it because there are so many sexualized black women that, you know, it's just people numb to it? Nah, absolutely not. It's a bunch of sexualized. Look at the videos. A bunch of white women, you know, that's just as sexualized. They're just as wild as the black women now. They're just as wild as the black women when it comes to, you know, overly sexualized. You know what I'm saying? It's just our whole community in the U.S. You can protect your daughters, but even if you really dig into the communities that's still tight, like the Asian communities, the Arab communities, the Indian communities, you'll be surprised. Their women are promiscuous too. Now, are they out there like that? Absolutely not. But I guarantee you, we'll have some homies that been up through there. Where we going? Where we go? Up through there. Shout out to the Shop Boys, you know. Absolutely. They're very promiscuous as well, too. They just do a little bit of job of hiding it. So, yeah, once you kind of start looking at the situation, you know, that's a clear double standard, man. But it is what it is. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all go support Tim and D TV. Shout out to them, man. They need their credit. She blew up off that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, but hey, great idea, great content in that video. I look forward to looking at more of their videos. Hit the link tree. Find me on X, Instagram, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts. Check me out on Kick. Patreon. Appreciate y'all. Peace.